Rodri stuns Barca, Mourinho rules Madrid, and Rulli's a citizen. Get the details now. Hello, guys. Rodri tells Real Madrid he's chosen Barcelona, but Manchester City slap a huge price tag on the deal. Jose Mourinho lays down strict new rules inside the Bernabeu. Geronimo Rulli seals a move to the Etihad, and Lamine Yamal declares he cannot picture himself losing a World Cup final. If you're enjoying this kind of breakdown, drop a like. It genuinely helps us keep this format going. So let's dive into the latest football news. Rodri's agent has confirmed that the Manchester City star directly informed Real Madrid of his decision to opt for a move to Barcelona instead. The Spaniard has given the green light for negotiations to move forward. Lamine Yamal, only hours away from a World Cup final, insists losing is not even an option in his mind. The 19-year-old says he can already see himself lifting the trophy, showing the mentality of a superstar well beyond his years. Geronimo Rulli is officially joining Manchester City from Olympique Marseille. The Argentine signs a 2-year deal until June 2028 with an option for another year and has been authorized to fly for his medical. Thibaut Courtois has ended his vacation and reported back to Real Madrid's training complex for a solo preseason session. The Belgian goalkeeper returns after Belgium's quarterfinal elimination by Spain at the World Cup. A Newcastle director has confirmed that Bruno Guimaraes forced through his transfer to Arsenal after an emotional plea to leave. The Brazilian midfielder has already completed his first training session with the Gunners. Liverpool are preparing a blockbuster bid for PSG winger Bradley Barcola, who is now their top transfer target this summer. The Reds are ready to move forward, though there is a catch to completing the deal. Lionel Messi is now the all-time top scorer of the League's Cup with 14 goals. Remarkably, the Argentine has reached that number in just 12 appearances in the competition. Real Madrid have officially announced Franco Mastantuono's departure. The Argentine attacker joins Fiorentina on a season-long loan, looking to relaunch his career after struggling to adapt at the Bernabeu. Cristiano Ronaldo is set to miss Al Nassr's first 2 games of the new season. Reports indicate the Portuguese star will not link up with the squad immediately as the campaign begins. Atletico Madrid are now the most active club chasing Christian Romero, preparing an offer that matches Inter Milan's. Arsenal's interest in the Argentine defender is described as real, but Atletico appear to be leading the race. Aston Villa have been handed a chance to sign Endrick as Real Madrid work on a deal to send the Brazilian to the Premier League. His representatives are actively seeking a fresh move before the summer window closes. João Cancelo has rejoined Al Hilal training while awaiting a permanent return to Barcelona. The Portuguese fullback's third stint at the Catalan club is imminent, but bureaucratic and tax issues are delaying the final agreement. Marseille won around $15 million for Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg, and initial discussions with Newcastle have begun. The Danish midfielder could soon be heading back to the Premier League. Levi Colwill and Cole Palmer both took part in Chelsea's training session ahead of their preseason match against AC Milan in Jakarta. Both look ready to feature at the Gelora Bung Karno Stadium. Kristantis Uche has suffered multiple fractures in his right knee and a displaced patella after a horrendous tackle during a preseason friendly between Getafe and Monaco. The Nigerian will miss the entire season. Lyon can neither afford to part ways with Paulo Fonseca nor extend his deal. The Portuguese manager earns €400,000 gross per month, making him the second highest paid coach in League One, with his contract expiring next June. Liverpool's team bus now features a tribute to Diogo Jota, with the message reading Eternal Champion on its side. It's a touching gesture from the club as they head into the new campaign. Manchester United made a fresh inquiry for Newcastle's Lewis Hall at the end of last month, but we're told he is not for sale. Newcastle have already sold Anthony Gordon and Sandro Tonali this summer. World Cup winner Victor Munoz has already made a huge impression at Liverpool. The 23-year-old, one of La Liga's biggest revelations last season with Osasuna, is enchanting Anfield in his first training sessions. Jamie Carragher has praised Manchester United's summer strategy, saying it feels like they are no longer chasing the biggest name. He says the focus on players who fit the team rather than marquee signings is a healthier path. Kylian Mbappe and Achraf Hakimi are spending their final vacation days training together in Ibiza. The Real Madrid forward and the PSG right back have been seen working out before returning to their respective clubs. Barcelona are pushing hard for one of the biggest coups in recent memory. Rodri Hernandez has reportedly given the Catalan club permission to negotiate his transfer directly with Manchester City, and his agent has confirmed that the midfielder personally informed Real Madrid of his decision to choose Barca. Rodri still has one more year on his contract at the Etihad, where he is regarded as a legend, and multiple reports suggest Pep Guardiola himself played a key role in convincing him to reject Madrid in favor of Barcelona. But Manchester City are not making it easy. According to reports, Barcelona's opening bid of around $49 million was rejected, with City valuing their Ballon d'Or winner at closer to $87 million. That's a huge gap, and City insists negotiations are still ongoing and far from complete. What happens next depends on whether Barcelona can bridge the valuation gap. Some inside the club already treat the deal as done, but City's stance suggests this saga still has plenty of twists to come before any white smoke rises over the Camp Nou. Jose Mourinho is wasting no time reshaping the culture at Real Madrid. According to Diario AS, the Portuguese manager has introduced a series of strict new rules covering everything from nutrition to punctuality inside Valdebebas. The menu has been standardized with fixed options for breakfast and snacks. Players no longer get to choose. All squad members must be present at Valdebebas 1 hour before every training session, no matter their status. Any delay is punished, not with a fine, but with a mandatory weight training session performed alone, away from the group. Injured players must complete their rehabilitation at the training center in the morning and afternoon. They can keep personal trainers, but any work must be coordinated with the club's staff. Mourinho also wants players and coaching staff to eat together at Valdebebas after training. Sources inside the dressing room describe the atmosphere as very good and say the manager is deliberately building unity through these shared meals. It's classic Mourinho, and the message is clear. At his Madrid, discipline comes first. Manchester City have wrapped up another piece of summer business. Fabrizio Romano confirms that Geronimo Rulli is joining the club from Olympique Marseille, with the deal now closed between the two sides. The Argentine goalkeeper will sign a 2-year contract until June 2028, with an option to extend for another year until 2029. He has already been authorized by Marseille to travel to Manchester to complete his medical. Rulli arrives to compete for a backup role behind City's first-choice goalkeeper. His arrival strengthens Pep Guardiola's options between the posts and shows the club is thinking carefully about squad depth, rather than just splashing on marquee outfield names. For Marseille, this represents a solid sale of a keeper approaching the final phase of his contract. For City, it's a clean, efficient signing announced by the most trusted transfer voice in the game. Expect the official club statement to follow in the coming days once the medical is complete. Ferran Torres is still processing what he pulled off this summer. The Barcelona forward scored the goal that gave Spain the World Cup in the final against Argentina, and this week his hometown of Foyos celebrated him in style. Around 4,000 people gathered in a large purpose-built setting in the south parking lot of the municipality of La Horta Nord in Valencia. Ferran, 26, told them he'll need time to digest what happened. In his own words, before the final, Ferran messaged his family and friends and told them to calm down because he had a feeling he was going to be the hero. When the ball bounced in front of him, he says he understood exactly what Andres Iniesta felt in 2010. Time stopped. It was just him and the ball, and he felt a strength he had never felt before. It's the kind of story that turns a very good footballer into a national legend. Ferran now returns to Barcelona preseason with a World Cup winner's medal, and with a moment his hometown will remember forever. Gianni Infantino is battling on two fronts. According to Marca, the FIFA president is running for re-election in 2027, and he is already lining up powerful support from Argentina, Mexico, and the KF Confederation as he prepares his campaign. But the timing is difficult. Infantino arrived in Cali this week to attend the inauguration of Colombia's new president, Abelardo de la Espriella. And he did so in the middle of a serious institutional crisis at world football's governing body. At the heart of that crisis is a failed attempt to privatize FIFA's competitions, including the World Cup itself. The BBC reports that Infantino is trying to return to business as usual, but that it may not be so easy given the scrutiny falling on his presidency, his private jets, and his political relationships. For Infantino, the backing of Argentina, Mexico, and CAF is a lifeline. It gives him a clear path toward another term. Whether it will be enough to silence the criticism inside and outside FIFA is a very different question. Friends, stay tuned and subscribe to Football News. We'll be back tomorrow with more breaking stories.